Jack's contract situation, Otzel's, Urzo, if like however you want to pronounce it, his.
The talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Yes, it's Clips of the Week time, though Andy may not be here. We have pre-recorded these.
Oh, yes.
So you still get your dollop of clips, as always, of a Friday.
Dollop?
Yeah. So, Andy, would you like to kick us off?
Yes, we start with Nigel Botherway on Fisherman's Blues, suddenly going a bit when Harry met Sally.
I had 5 and several 8-9 pounders.
What, you had 5 doubles?
Yeah.
I'll have what Nigel's having.
Yes, indeed. You should have what Nigel's having by the sound of it. This is Georgie Bingham on the Weekend Sports Breakfast now, talking transfers.
I don't want to depress Arsenal fans. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. Can Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang?
Don't think it's pronounced like that. That was dangerously close.
It was really.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
So what's next?
It's Tony Incenzo at QPR versus Borough with an unlikely sporting comparison.
It's QPR 0, Middlesbrough 2. Middlesbrough dominating with the total authority of Anne Widdecombe.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe it's Tony's dream, maybe to be dominated by Anne Widdecombe in Middlesbrough. I've got no idea.
Don't want to go into that.
Now, Nigel's back on Fisherman's Blues, chatting to his old mate and fellow fisherman, Crispy Duck.
The 2 times I've been out with you, we've caught loads, but I don't think I've seen one roll. It's interesting, isn't it? Not sure if we've lost Chris now. We're not doing very well with the lines. We struggled with Guy Swindles, and now I think we've lost Crispy.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought we'd lost you there.
It just, it didn't sound particularly interested in what you had to say, which is a bit harsh, Nigel, really.
Isn't that interesting? He said there's a gap.
Supposed to be your mate.
It's marvellous.
So, what's next, Andy?
It's Alan Brazil recalling his Ipswich days.
I remember David Sheepshanks long time ago saying the championship.
The champion sheep.
Yeah. You can see how it happened.
Well, it was Ipswich. Country people, country ways.
And so Ipswich, when he can't sleep at night, he counts sheepshanks.
I'm sure he does, jumping over fences. We were very surprised to hear Tony Cascarino say this on Jim White's show.
Rachel, I wanted to ask you, because something I feel quite strongly about, I'd love to have had Phil's wife.
Yeah, not quite sure he meant it like that. It's slightly taken out of context, really, Tony. Do apologise.
Yeah. Back to Fisherman's Blues, and a caller had news of an interestingly named fisherman.
I think Gary Newman's on his way out there now to try his luck.
Gary Newman.
Gary Newman, yeah. Who can forget his seminal single, Are Eels Electric?
That's right, yeah, or indeed, Here in My Carp, of course. And other Gary Newman songs.
Yeah. Probably not that one.
No. Next then, Joey Barton on Breakfast, suddenly going a bit Woody Woodpecker.
I think there was the first clean sheet since October or something on Saturday, which is
He's got a proper manager in.
Not bad, yeah.
I think it's quite good.
Pretty good.
And this is TalkSPORT Caller of the Week, discussing the next Scotland manager with Jim White.
Ryan, good afternoon. A quick one from you. Who do you think should get it?
I reckon it should go to Celtic manager. Oh, I forgot his name.
TalkSPORT Caller of the Week.
That was his big moment, the fella, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour here, looking at the big transfer stories.
Unbelievable deal for Sanchez there, haven't you? I mean, the amount of money that
was all brought in by Brosnan, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Piers Brosnan.
Piers Brosnan, that's the one. Yeah,
yeah, that's the boy.
Because Daniel Craig, he's on a free actually. He's only got a year to go in his contract.
Well, in January he could sign to do another film, couldn't he? A foreign film.
That's right.
He could do that now, or wait to the summer and just get more money and other Brosnan-based things.
Get the idea there.
This is Lisa O'Sullivan reporting from the Aussie Open Tennis into Jim White's show.
Novak Djokovic in all kinds of trouble. He's already had the trainer out to treat his elbow. Will he survive this? Is it a changing of the guards, Jack? Jim?
And staying with Jack, Jim.
Bob, Tony, we're talking Leeds United.
Never. We
about
never would have guessed, Bob.
What about Jack? What's he talking about?
Yeah, let's see what Jack's on about. Yes. One final one from Fisherman's Blues, and Nigel's caller had news of an opportunity for you to force your way into the England Vets fishing team.
Anybody over 65 be welcome to come along. It's not a match. It's a trial to see how you handle your tackle and everything.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And the only thing you will have to fund your own way over there to Czechoslovakia.
Well, that might be a bit of a downer, really. That could be the problem. You've got to fund your own way to a country that hasn't existed since 1990. But to be fair, of course, you funded your way if you got through to the final four, not just for the trial.
Oh, I thought it was for the trial.
No, not just for the trial. That would be too much. But I don't know where Czechoslovakia is. And Andy, finally.
And finally, on breakfast, something odd suddenly happened to Ray Parlour's voice.
What did you make of Jamie Carragher? He spoke after Liverpool's defence, saying Van Dijk will not solve their issues at the back.
It's a bit like Phil Cornwell's fine impression of Mick Jagger, wasn't it? It was a bit Mick, wasn't it?
It was.
Let's hear it again.
He spoke after Liverpool's defence, saying
it's weird, isn't it?
It is.
Lord knows what went on. Anyway, there's your clips of the week. Some of these names. Thank yous. Burgo Van Herf. Crispy from Saltford, Joe King, Tim Butler, Gary Rickard, Stu Pitt, Dan Partridge, Glyn Berrington, Eileen Dover, oh for goodness sake, Neil Down. It's what's the point? They actually got them now from The Simpsons. Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Yes.
Come on, I need Amanda Hug and Kiss. Chelsea Mel, Pepe Roney. And is there any real names in this? Mark Palmer. So there we are. They all suggested clips.
And a famous museum in New York has told President Trump he can borrow a solid gold toilet for his home at the White House after refusing to loan him a Van Gogh painting. Mr. Trump and his wife Melania had asked the Guggenheim for the Italian artist's Landscape with Snow.